Hey y'all, thank you for joining me back on my channel again. I am so happy to have you here. So happy that you decided to join me on my journey to better. I am striving to be a better wife, a better mother, a better child of God, have better health, just better. I just want to be better. And I've decided to take the one small step at a time approach to better instead of trying to take on all of these big dynamic changes at one time. I've decided to take a slightly different approach and just try to find something small that I can change throughout my week, throughout my day. One tiny thing that I can do, if I can be 1% better every day, think about the amount of change you'll see in yourself at the end of the year. So that's my mindset. That's what I'm trying to do. And if this is something that interests you, if this is something that you are trying to figure out how to do, don't forget to subscribe, to like, and to hit that bell so that you can join me on my journey. So you can pick up some tips. You can give me some tips. The comments can be popping and we can learn and grow from each other. So we've been talking about a lot of different things, and today I wanted to talk about better health. And I wanted to give just 5 tangible ways that we can be more intentional about our health. Our health is important. We only have one life to live. So I want to be very intentional about the things that I put in my body, the way that I treat my body. And I want to make sure that I am here for my kids, for my husband, for my community, and I show up as my best self. And I know that it is impossible to do that if my health is not where it needs to be. So I have just 5 quick tips, and I even got a couple of bonus tips to throw out there at you of things that I do every day. They're not big leaps, because like I said, we're taking this one small step at a time. We want to be successful, so we don't want to just jump up and drastically change. You know how we have those New Year's resolutions where we be like, I'm not eating meat ever again, and then by like week 3 we like biting on the baby cow leg. So we're not trying to do that, but we are trying to incorporate small things into our life that we can hold on to, things that we can continue on with, things that after we've done for a while can become a part of our everyday routine, our everyday habits. That's what they are. We're learning different habits so that we can be better and we can do things differently. So like I said, 5 quick tips. And our verse today is coming from, let me get my Bible, 3 John chapter 1 verse 2. And I should have had this, but I didn't. So y'all just bear with me as I find it. Okay, here we go. And it simply says, "Dear friends, I hope that all is well with you and that you are as healthy in body as you are strong in spirit." I'm going to read that again because I messed that up. Dear friends, I hope that all is well with you and that you are as healthy in body as you are strong in spirit. And I know a different version says, I would that you prosper and be in good health even as your soul prospers. So God is not just concerned about our spiritual life. He is also concerned about how we take care of the temple, our body that He's given us. So like I said, 5 quick tips. So one thing that I do that I've learned that is a healthier option is, I'm a Southern girl. I love to eat. I like deep fried anything, but deep fried anything is not healthy. So we have an air fryer. So instead of deep frying things, we air fry things. And when you do it long enough, it's amazing. So yeah, so get a deep fryer, not a deep fryer. Scratch that. Don't get a deep fryer. Get an air fryer. It's a healthier alternative. It cooks out all the greases and the oils in your food so that you're just left with that lean, good portion of food. So that's one thing that I do. I air fry versus deep frying. Number two, when I am eating and when I make my plate, I try to be intentional about like loading up on veggies first. Cause once you get all those veggies in, you don't have all the room for all the stuff that might not be as good for your body. So that's one thing that I found that is very helpful for me, being more intentional about the food that I eat. So if I'm going to get full, I make sure that I'm going to eat a lot of vegetables first. Number three, wear a watch. My Apple Watch is wonderful. I love that it tracks my steps and my exercises throughout the day, and it reminds me when I need to stand up and move my body. So having a physical reminder there that goes with you every day, and it sometimes buzzes when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, that is a good way to keep track of what you're doing and being intentional about getting your steps in. And it's also cool, which leads to my number four, because it has a way that you can link it with your friends and family, and you guys can set up these challenges. Now, I am going to win. So if I set up a challenge with like my sister and we're trying to see who can get the most steps in, or who can close their rings first, or who actually closes all their rings the most in the week. So with Apple Watch, it has, I think mine has 3 rings, like an exercise ring, a move ring, and maybe a calorie counter ring. And if your objective is to do enough exercise and enough physical movement to close all of your rings. So anytime I close all of my rings, I feel super geeked. I feel super excited. So, and I'm even more excited when I am in a competition with somebody and I do it first. Or at the end of the day, I've exceeded even the goals that I've set up, and I look at what they've done and I'm like, hi, I still won. So that's a good way to be intentional about getting exercise in. A little healthy competition never hurt anybody, so that's a good thing. The fifth thing I do is I break it down. So if I've challenged myself and I say I want to exercise for at least 30 minutes every day, and especially having young kids, it's hard to carve out just like a large chunk of time where you can devote to just one thing. It's great if your children want to join in. So like sometimes we'll walk to the park. We walk to the park actually most days. We'll walk to the park. So that's something that we can do together. But on like a rainy day or days I just don't feel like going to the park, I break it down and I do like 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes here and 10 minutes there until I get my full 30 minutes in, because I'm just concerned about moving my body. I'm concerned about getting reaching my goal and getting in the amount of time that I've set for myself. And yeah, so when I break it down to small increments, it works better for me than for me to try to like say I'm gonna do a 30-minute walk. And I found that if you find something interesting to watch on TV, it helps take your mind off of what your body is doing. So sometimes I'll put something on TV and I do my little walk while I'm watching TV. Or there are 2 ladies that I follow on YouTube that I just love. And they are Grow with Joe. I'll put them in the description so you guys can follow them as well. And Fit Body by Ashley. So Joe, I find her to be very, very relatable. She is a mother, and she kind of documented her experience, her journey to get back fit after having a baby. So the ups and downs, and I love the fact that she knows firsthand what your body goes through and how it feels, and she knows the limitations that you have. So she worked out from that standpoint, which was very helpful for me since that's the same boat I'm in. And it's just walking. Basically, she might do a little dancing here and there, but is walking. She's very encouraging, very motivational, very relatable. So if you're looking for something, and she has her exercises like broken down. So if you are a beginner, she has the section where this is the stuff that you do if you're a beginner. If you have a little bit more experience and you want to up the ante, she has that for you too. But I just love that they're very easy to catch on. They're fun. And she does these dance party things where she'll like dress up like whoever the artist is she's dancing to or walking to that day. So it's totally fun. I am giving her all the roses today because I think she does an awesome job at motivating people, especially mommies, keeping their interest and giving us achievable benchmarks to work with. All right, I will see you next time. Peace.